What's up everyone? Welcome back. Today's video is one I've been wanting to make for a long time because I see Hyundai owners make this mistake over and over again, and it's costing them thousands of dollars in transmission damage that was completely 100% preventable. We're talking about transmission fluid. Specifically, we're talking about what happens when you change it the wrong way, use the wrong product, or change it at the wrong time on a Hyundai. I know that sounds dramatic. You're probably thinking, it's just a fluid change. How bad can it really go? I'll answer that question with one number, $4,000. That's roughly what a rebuilt transmission costs on a Hyundai Sonata if things go wrong. And I've seen it happen to perfectly good cars with relatively low mileage, all because the owner, or their mechanic, didn't understand a few critical things specific to Hyundai transmissions before doing what seemed like basic maintenance. So before you touch anything, before you buy a single bottle of fluid, before you book an appointment at any shop, watch this video. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know, in plain language, with no unnecessary complexity. Let's get into it. Trick number 1. Understanding why Hyundai transmissions are different from everything else. The first thing you have to understand is that Hyundai transmissions, both the automatic and the dual-clutch versions, are not like most other transmissions on the road. Hyundai developed their own automatic transmission technology in-house, and their dual-clutch units, particularly the 7-speed DCT found in many recent models, are genuinely unique in how they operate and what they require. This matters enormously when it comes to fluid, because a transmission that runs on a specific fluid chemistry behaves very differently when that chemistry changes. Hyundai's automatic transmissions use what's called SP-4 or SP-4M fluid. That's their proprietary specification. Their dual-clutch transmissions require a completely different fluid called DCT fluid, which is formulated specifically for wet clutch packs that are bathed in fluid during operation. If you walk into a parts store and ask for automatic transmission fluid without specifying the exact Hyundai specification, there is a very real chance you will walk out with the wrong product. And putting the wrong fluid in a Hyundai transmission is not a minor mistake. It changes the friction characteristics of the clutch material, alters the hydraulic pressure behavior, and can cause shudder, slipping, and ultimately premature clutch pack failure. The reason this catches so many people off guard is that many generic ATF fluids market themselves as compatible with a long list of manufacturers, and technically, some of them meet the base viscosity requirements. But Hyundai's transmission fluid specifications go beyond viscosity. They include specific friction modifier chemistry that is calibrated to the exact clutch material used inside their units. This is not something you can approximate with a universal fluid and expect the same results. Trick number 2. The sealed transmission myth that is destroying perfectly good gearboxes. Here's something that genuinely frustrates me, because it's a piece of advice that got spread around the internet and into dealerships and has caused real damage to real cars. For a period of time, Hyundai, along with several other manufacturers, labeled their automatic transmissions as lifetime fill, meaning the fluid never needed to be changed. The idea was that modern transmission fluid was so advanced and the internal tolerances so precise that the fluid would last the life of the vehicle. That claim has aged very poorly. Transmission fluid degrades over time regardless of its initial quality. Heat is the primary enemy. Every time your transmission cycles through normal operation, fluid temperatures climb, and at high temperatures, the fluid's additive package begins to break down. The friction modifiers deplete, the viscosity index improvers shear apart, the anti-wear additives get consumed. Over time, what was once a precisely engineered fluid becomes something much closer to dirty oil with degraded chemistry, and it's still inside a transmission that was designed to operate on the original spec. Real-world data from Hyundai owners and independent transmission specialists tells a consistent story. Transmissions that never had their fluid changed tend to develop shudder, hunting behavior, and ultimately failure between 80,000 and 120,000 miles. Transmissions that received regular fluid changes on the correct interval are routinely going 200,000 miles and beyond without major issues. The lifetime fill claim was a marketing and cost reduction decision. It was not an engineering reality, and treating it as gospel is one of the most expensive mistakes a Hyundai owner can make. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Trick number 3. The exact interval you should be changing your fluid, and why most schedules are wrong. So how often should you actually change your Hyundai transmission fluid? The honest answer depends on how you drive, but I'm going to give you the numbers that independent transmission specialists, not the owner's manual, not the dealer service advisor, consistently recommend based on what they actually see come through their shops. For a Hyundai with a traditional automatic transmission under normal driving conditions, the sweet spot is every 30,000 miles. If you do a lot of city driving, towing, driving in extreme heat, or frequent short trips where the transmission never fully reaches operating temperature, bring that interval down to 20 to 25,000 miles. The owner's manual may say 60,000 or more. Your dealer may tell you it's fine to go longer. The transmission rebuilders who see the consequences of that advice will tell you something very different. For Hyundais equipped with the dual-clutch transmission, the DCT, the interval is shorter. 30,000 miles is the absolute maximum, and many DCT specialists recommend 20,000 miles, particularly in models that experienced the early shudder issues that affected certain Elantra and Tucson variants. The DCT clutch packs are more sensitive to fluid degradation than a traditional torque converter automatic, and keeping fresh fluid in there is genuinely one of the best things you can do to extend the life of that unit. Trick number 4. Drain and fill versus flush. This decision could save or destroy your transmission. This is one of the most important decisions you'll make when it comes to transmission fluid service, and getting it wrong can cause immediate and catastrophic damage. There are 2 ways to service transmission fluid: a drain and fill, where you remove the drain plug, let the old fluid drain out by gravity, and refill with fresh fluid; and a flush, where a machine forces new fluid through the entire system under pressure while simultaneously expelling the old fluid. For a high-mileage Hyundai that has never had its transmission fluid changed, and we're talking about a vehicle that has gone 60,000 miles or more without any service, you should never do a full flush. I want to say that again clearly because it goes against what many shops will recommend, partly because flushes are more profitable. Never do a full transmission flush on a high-mileage Hyundai with old, degraded fluid if it hasn't been serviced before. Here's why. When transmission fluid degrades over tens of thousands of miles, it leaves behind varnish deposits on the valve body and clutch components. These deposits, as unpleasant as they sound, actually help fill microscopic wear surfaces and maintain some level of seal integrity in aging components. When you force fresh, clean, chemically aggressive fluid through that system at pressure during a flush, it strips those deposits away. What was previously a transmission that shifted acceptably suddenly has exposed wear surfaces, compromised seals, and pressure inconsistencies, and it falls apart rapidly. The safe approach for a neglected high-mileage transmission is a series of partial drain and fills. Change about 40% of the fluid at a time, drive for a week, change another 40%, drive another week, and repeat one more time. This gradually dilutes the old degraded fluid with fresh fluid without shocking the system. Yes, it takes longer. Yes, it costs more in fluid. But it's the difference between a transmission that keeps working and one that gets a death sentence from a well-intentioned service visit. Trick number 5. The exact fluid you need and the counterfeits that will fool you. Let's talk specifically about fluid selection, because this is where a lot of people get into trouble. For Hyundai automatic transmissions in models roughly from 2011 onward, you need Hyundai SP-IVM fluid. That's the current specification. Older models may use SP-4, and the difference matters. SP-IVM has updated friction modifier chemistry versus SP-4, and they are not interchangeable in both directions. The safest option is always genuine Hyundai/Kia ATF from the dealership parts counter. Yes, it costs a bit more than the aftermarket alternatives. Yes, it's absolutely worth it. A quart of OEM fluid costs you somewhere between $10 and $15. The alternative, a transmission that starts shuddering and eventually fails, costs you thousands. This is not an area to economize. If you choose to go the aftermarket route, you need to specifically look for fluid that is certified to the SP-IVM specification, not compatible with or suitable for or meets the requirements of, certified to. The distinction matters because fluid companies use those softer phrases to market fluids that meet the base viscosity requirement but do not have the exact additive chemistry of the OEM spec. SK Zake ATF SP4 and Idemitsu ATF Type H are 2 aftermarket options that are frequently cited by knowledgeable Hyundai specialists as genuinely meeting the spec. Do your research, check the current formulations before you buy, and when in doubt, use OEM. For DCT-equipped Hyundais, the fluid is even more specific. You need Hyundai DCT fluid, full stop. There is currently no widely available aftermarket alternative that transmission specialists confidently recommend for Hyundai DCT applications. For For this one, use OEM fluid from the dealer. The consequences of using the wrong product in a DCT are faster and more severe than in a conventional automatic, because the wet clutch packs have extremely tight friction tolerances that depend entirely on the correct fluid chemistry. Trick number 6. The temperature check that most DIY ERs completely skip. Here is a step in the transmission fluid change process that almost nobody talks about in basic DIY tutorials, and it's genuinely critical for getting the right fluid level in a Hyundai. Hyundai automatic transmissions do not have a traditional dipstick. They use what's called a closed fill system, and the correct fluid level is determined not just by volume, but by temperature. The transmission needs to be at a specific operating temperature, typically between 35 and 45 degrees Celsius, when the fluid level is checked and set. Why does temperature matter for fluid level? Because transmission fluid expands as it heats up. A fluid level that reads correct at cold temperature will actually be overfilled once the transmission reaches operating temperature. Overfilling a transmission is nearly as damaging as underfilling. Excess fluid gets aerated by the rotating components, becomes foamy, loses its hydraulic properties, and causes erratic pressure behavior throughout the valve body. If you just pour in the specified volume from the service manual without checking the temperature, you're gambling with the fluid level, and it's a bet you might lose. The correct procedure requires either a scan tool that reads transmission fluid temperature or a quality infrared thermometer aimed at the transmission sump. Drain your fluid, reinstall the drain plug, begin adding fresh fluid through the fill port, start the engine, run through all the gear positions, and then check the fluid level via the overflow plug method once the temperature is in the correct range. This is not a step you can skip. If you're not comfortable doing this correctly, this is the one part of the process where paying a knowledgeable shop is genuinely worth it. Trick number 7. The pre-service warning signs that mean you shouldn't change the fluid at all. Before you ever drain a drop of fluid, you need to look at what comes out of that transmission and understand what it's telling you. Pull the drain plug and collect a sample of the old fluid. What you see and smell in that fluid is one of the most informative diagnostic tools available to you, and it costs absolutely nothing. Dark brown or black fluid with a burnt smell is not automatically a death sentence. It means the fluid is overdue for a change, which is exactly why you're doing this service. This is normal for a high-mileage transmission, and the partial drain and fill approach I described earlier is the right move. Fluid that looks like this but smells sweet and has no metallic particles is a transmission that is worn but likely still serviceable with proper care. What you don't want to see is metallic particles. If you drain your fluid into a white container and see a shimmery, glittery appearance, fine metallic flakes suspended throughout the fluid, then that transmission has significant internal wear happening right now. Clutch material or bearing material is disintegrating inside the unit. Fresh fluid will not fix this. In fact, fresh fluid at this stage may accelerate the failure by changing the friction dynamics on already damaged surfaces. A transmission showing metallic contamination needs a professional inspection, not a fluid change, and you should go in knowing that a rebuild or replacement may be in your near future regardless of what you do with the fluid. Pink or milky fluid is the most urgent warning sign. It means water or coolant has contaminated your transmission, likely through a failed transmission cooler inside the radiator, which is a common failure point on some Hyundai models. This is a serious mechanical problem that requires immediate professional attention. Do not attempt a fluid change on a transmission with coolant contamination. The internal damage from water intrusion is often already done, and the priority is diagnosing the source of contamination before any fluid service is attempted. Trick number 8. The DCT shutter problem and the fluid fix. That actually works. I have to dedicate a section specifically to the dual-clutch transmission shutter issue because it affected a significant number of Hyundai owners, and the fluid connection is extremely direct. If you own a Hyundai Elantra, Tucson, or Veloster with the 7-speed DCT, particularly models from 2016 through 2019, and you've experienced a low-speed shudder or vibration when accelerating from a stop, you are not alone, and your transmission is probably not mechanically broken. The DCT shudder in these models is, in the majority of cases, a fluid and software issue rather than a mechanical failure. The original DCT fluid specification used during that production window proved to be inadequate under certain driving conditions, particularly lots of low-speed stop-and-go driving that keeps the clutch packs in their slip engagement zone for extended periods. Hyundai issued a technical service bulletin addressing this, and the fix involves a software calibration update combined with a DCT fluid change using the updated fluid spec. If your Hyundai dealer tried to tell you that your shuddering DCT needed a new transmission and quoted you thousands of dollars, get a second opinion. Many owners have had their shudder completely resolved by the TSB-specified software update and fluid change alone, often covered under warranty. Check the NHTSA website for your VIN and look for open recalls or TSBs related to the DCT. This is one of those situations where knowing about the TSB before walking into the dealership is the difference between a free fix and a very expensive, unnecessary repair. Trick number 9. Finding a shop you can actually trust with your Hyundai transmission. Let's talk about choosing where to have this service done, because not all shops are equal when it comes to Hyundai transmissions. The average independent shop may be excellent at general maintenance, but have limited exposure to Hyundai's specific transmission requirements. A technician who is used to servicing Fords and GMs all day may not know the difference between SP4 and SP-IVM fluid, may reach for a universal ATF without thinking twice, and may not know the temperature-controlled fill procedure. That's not necessarily incompetence. It's just a specialization gap that can hurt your car. When you call a shop about transmission fluid service on your Hyundai, ask them directly. What fluid do you use for Hyundai SP-IVM applications, and how do you set the final fluid level? If the service advisor says they use a compatible universal ATF, or if they don't know what SP-IVM means, find another shop. A shop that specializes in Asian vehicles or one that has a dedicated transmission technician with Hyundai experience is worth the extra drive. The Hyundai dealership is not always the answer either, and I say this with a full understanding of the irony. Dealers have access to the correct OEM fluid and the factory service procedures, which are major advantages. But dealer service departments vary enormously in the quality and attentiveness of their technicians, and dealer pricing for transmission service is typically at the high end. The ideal scenario is a highly rated independent shop that specializes in Hyundai and Kia vehicles, uses OEM or OEM equivalent fluid, and has a demonstrated history of doing transmission work correctly. Ask for references, read reviews specifically mentioning transmission service, and don't be afraid to ask technical questions before you hand over your keys. Trick number 10. The long game. How to make your Hyundai transmission last 200,000 miles. I want to close this out by talking about the big picture, because transmission fluid maintenance is really just one part of a broader approach to making your Hyundai's transmission go the distance. The owners who are consistently getting 200,000 and beyond out of their Hyundai transmissions share a few habits in common, and they're all accessible to anyone. Regular fluid changes on the correct interval with the correct fluid. That's the foundation, and everything else builds on it. But equally important is warming the transmission up before putting it under load. On cold mornings, give your car a minute to warm up before you start driving aggressively. The fluid is thicker when cold, circulation is slower, and putting the transmission through hard acceleration before it's up to temperature causes disproportionate wear. This isn't about idling in your driveway for 10 minutes. A gentle first mile of driving is all it takes. Avoid aggressive towing or hauling that exceeds your Hyundai's rated capacity. The transmission generates heat proportional to the load it's carrying, and sustained high heat is the fastest way to degrade fluid and cook clutch material. If you do tow regularly, consider an external transmission cooler. It's a relatively inexpensive aftermarket addition that can dramatically extend fluid life by keeping temperatures in a safe range. Pay attention to how your transmission feels when it shifts. Get familiar with what normal feels like, the smoothness, the timing, the feel under different throttle inputs. When something changes, when a shift feels different, when a shudder appears that wasn't there before, when the car hesitates in a way it didn't used to, address it immediately. Transmission problems that are caught early when there's still fluid and software issues cost almost nothing to fix. The same problems caught late, after mechanical damage has accumulated, cost thousands. Your best diagnostic tool is the seat of your pants, and using it attentively is free. The transmission in your Hyundai is an extraordinarily complex piece of engineering, and it is absolutely capable of lasting the full life of the vehicle with proper care. The information in this video gives you everything you need to make smart decisions about fluid, about intervals, about procedures, about shops, and about warning signs. Use it, share it with other Hyundai owners who need it, and protect your investment. If this video saved you from a costly mistake or pointed you in the right direction, drop a comment below and tell me what model you're driving and what you were about to do before you watch this. Those comments genuinely help other people searching for the same answers. Like the video if it was helpful, and subscribe for more honest, practical Hyundai ownership content. I'll see you in the next one.